everyone, and welcome back to episode 32 of our Journeyman series here on Football Coach College Dynasty. We have a very exciting episode for you with what is, by definition, our toughest schedule that we have faced at Fresno State. We open today at Georgia, currently ranked number 4, and then home against Colorado State at Air Force, which is the only Mountain West team that has beaten us multiple times since taking the Fresno State job, and then finally home against number 1 Ohio State, the undisputed best team in the country in terms of overall talent. They're knocking on our door, and we get a rematch from last season. I'm super excited to play them again because I felt, in my opinion, that we could have beaten them last year in the playoffs and gone on to bigger and better things. But before we get to that, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Then we will begin our season. In terms of donor goals, there's some tough ones on this list. Diamond Donor score 34 points against Kent State, Colorado State, and UNLV. Now, we have scored 34 points against Colorado State and UNLV. In UNLV's case, that's been multiple times. Kent State, though, that might be a bit tricky. Silver donor goals are to beat San Diego State. That one's always locked in. And then have an offensive lineman earn all conference honors, which is something we've had every single year. So those two should not be an issue. First bronze goal is to win the division. We've done that every year at Fresno State. Second one is throw 7 or fewer interceptions on the full season. For reference, last year with Campbell and then Phillip getting some games, we threw 8. So kind of straddling the line there. And then the next bronze is beat San Diego State. That one, like the silver, is always locked in. The fourth bronze is to have 13 or fewer total turnovers. So if we throw 7 or less picks, that 13 is guaranteed. I don't think we're going to have 6 fumbles on the year. And then finally, our last bronze is to win 11 plus games, which we have done every year at Fresno State. So I think really the only 2 donor goals that'll be an issue are the throw 34 points against Kent State, Colorado State, and UNLV, and then finally throw 7 or less interceptions. Everything else we should get and lock in a decent amount of money. Our athletic director goals for this season are finish ranked in the top 8 or win the conference championship game. Either of those we should get. We have won the Mountain West for 6 straight years at this point. We have finished in the top 8 in 7 out of 8 years here. That should not really be an issue. Now, let's talk promises. We have 2 player promises this season. First is to defensive lineman Calvin Medina that he will make an all-conference team. He could. I mean, his 2032 stats aren't bad. Double-digit tackles for loss, couple sacks, 45 tackles. That's okay. Last year, he kind of took a step back. This year, he is second in the defensive line depth chart behind Emmanuel Haynes. So he could get it. We'll see. Kind of hoping for the best there. And then finally, offensive lineman Pierce Ray win the national championship. Which, even if we don't get that, I mean, it's a 6 integrity hit in exchange for keeping one of the best offensive linemen I have ever had. I think that's a good trade-off either way. In terms of draft risks, we have 5 players on the list. A couple of them were there last year. Davion Sellers is back, but he's still leaning towards school, even though he's a first-round mock, so that'll be nice. And then Ivan Calhoun, running back, is also back on the list. He's leaning towards school. And wide receiver Preston Diallo Last time he was leaning towards school, but this time it looks like he is leaning towards being drafted. And then we have two new players on the block. Defensive line transfer Brandon Brinson is leaving if it's the early rounds. At the moment, it is round 6, which obviously is not early. So that brings us to linebacker Riley Neal, who is a JUCO, who it looks like is going to leave us after a one and done season, good old college basketball style, which is a little bit annoying. But that's what I have the transfer or draft setting set to. So that is what we are rolling with. Um, it looks like, Preston Diallo is definitely gone. Riley Neal, similarly. So that's a little painful, especially the Riley Neal one, but could be worse. So that is my little housekeeping. Let us now address the elephant in the room. Our starting quarterback is the worst of any of our talents here. It is an 80, good old Philip Cato, as I'm going to try to pronounce it consistently this whole stream and likely fail. He is a redshirt freshman, and I made the decision after last season to let Christian Campbell out of his scholarship so that he can go start elsewhere. He chose San Diego State, our rival, so I guess there were some hard feelings, and give the starting job to Philip here. I like Philip a lot. I think his 86 arm strength and 89 IQ for a redshirt freshman is phenomenal. 80 accuracy, again, I can live with as a redshirt freshman. He is not as quick or good with the ball as Christian Campbell, so we might tone back a little bit of that option, but it is something we'll keep in our back pocket if there's ever like a 3rd and 4 and we kind of need to get sneaky. But I like Philip. He's also developed really well. His IQ went up by 11 in the most recent offseason game period, and his potential has increased every single year. He has gotten development. So, if his best is ahead of him, we're looking really good, especially considering he is loyal. So I'm operating under the assumption we're going to have him for both his freshman, sophomore, and hopefully junior years, maybe even senior also, though I suspect his overall will get quite high and he'll declare for the draft. So that is where we stand. We are ranked 3rd in the country, despite having only the 7th best offense in terms of talent, but 4th best defense. So here we stand at 3rd overall. And we open the season against number 4 Georgia. And they have a quarterback in Randy Bullard who is kind of terrifying. Last year for them, he threw for 2,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, only 3 picks, added almost 900 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. He's also a JUCO guy. And as I mentioned last stream, I like that the AI is redshirting JUCO players to get an extra year of eligibility for them. That's not something I saw a lot of in early access, but maybe I just wasn't looking. But it seems like since launch, the AI is trying to maximize their JUCO players. But as you can see, Randy Bullard, he's pretty good. He got a really good development where his accuracy went up by 7 in the most recent game period. Interestingly enough, his durability cratered despite him never getting injured. I don't really know what that is indicative of, but he's one of, or not the best QB we'll face this whole season. That's including if we make a playoff run. He's very, very good. So we are going to work on stopping their run in case they have designed QB runs for him, and working on our downfield passing game because have you seen who our quarterback is this season? Here's a quick snapshot of our depth chart. Everything is essentially identical to last season in terms of number of guys out there. I am only going with 2 tight ends instead of 3 because I want to maximize Joaquin Wilder in his senior year. I have made the decision to go with Samuel Pankey ahead of Moises Myers in the depth chart. And this is my main area of concern this year. Even, beside the fact that I have a redshirt freshman who's never really played before at QB, is that if one of these top three guys get injured, I have zero quality depth behind him. I would almost be tempted to put Maximus Roybal out there solely for his 85 ball security. So if Calhoun, Pankier, Myers get taken out, we are in very, very big trouble. But without further ado, let us begin the 2034 season, our seventh season at Fresno State against Georgia. They have two recruits visiting, including a top 5 recruit in the country who, to be fair, looks pretty good. He's going to have like 82 strength and 80 block shed. I'm going to cry. And a 4-star wide receiver who, yeah, similarly, great catching, great speed. Cool. This is the first time we have played Georgia in this save. I'm very excited. We don't play a lot of SEC teams outside of the playoffs, so I'm interested in getting them here. This is the beginning of a home and home, so either next year or 2 years, they will have to come out to Fresno. But they won the toss and they elected to defer, which I don't see the AI do a lot of, so I am somewhat terrified that they figured out my genius plan. But Ivan Calhoun gets us started with an 8-yard rush. And then walking Wilder over the top for 30 yards. We can't be stopped. We are the greatest team in the history of football. I say that. And then Calhoun gets me a yard. Engage 8 on 1st and 10. Respect. Walking Wilder again. 17-yard completion. He is already like, because this thing I know about Wilder, last year he only had 200 yards. In one game, he's already had like 1/7 of his total yards last season in like one drive, which is kind of hilarious. And 4 more yards for Walking Wilder. 3rd and 4, I'm going to pass it. We don't get it, incomplete. I am going to settle for the field goal here. Nathan Locke, the redshirt freshman, is our kicker this year. However, he is on a fairly short leash because of how good our backup kicker Muhammad is. So if he struggles a lot, I might make that flip. 3rd and 5, and they're still in the I formation. I'm almost tempted to do an all-out blitz, but I won't. Fair enough. Cherry Chase with the tackle for loss, and Georgia punts. 3 and out from our defense is pretty good. What's not good is a 3rd and 7. Hashtag analysis. And there's pick number 1. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. As a reminder, we're only allowed 7 on the year. And there's our first one, as he's picked off by Landon Atkins. And Georgia already in the red zone, knocking on the door. But can we hold them to a field goal? Yes, we can. All right. 3 apiece ain't too shabby. Let's randomly try a read option. All right, we got 4 yards. There we go. Camden Gibson, the transfer, gets us 10. And me bringing him in was maybe not the best decision in terms of like who else was available for transfer. However, with Preston Diallo going to the draft, definitely a good call getting him in the building. The run game is doing pretty good, and Johnny Huber loses me 3 yards. What do I want to do? Where's my curls? Send it. Incomplete. It didn't work. Operation Send It failed spectacularly. And Phillip got sacked on 3rd down. We'll try the 40-yarder. No good. Nathan missed it. All right. Have they thrown the ball yet? No, they have yet to throw the football. That said, it's 3rd and 12. I suspect they will now. And it's an incomplete. All right. I'm really happy with how our defense is played. Our offense just needs to get it in gears. Jason McDonald gets us 13. 3rd and 5. I am going to run it. My hope being I get 2 to 3 yards and I can go for it on 4th down. I got 4. Let's see if we can convert on 4th down. And we do. Moises gets us 13. Thank you, sir. Johnny Huber gets us 10 worth to 2. I don't really want to do a QB sneak. There we go. 3rd time was the charm. Moises gets us in the door. Extra point is good. Oh, they got us. They passed it over the top and burned us. Wow. All right, Georgia's offense decided they need to try. Just blitz down the field. All right, let's go up tempo. Never mind. We're going to go chew clock to make them burn a timeout. And we're going to punt it back to them. Lucas Yates with a tackle for loss. That's really good for him. All right, I am going to call a timeout. And we're going to try to get like a field goal or at least something. The AI has not gotten clued into what I'm doing, which, fair enough. I'm still set to normal, which is a bit annoying. 2nd and 2. Man, I'm going to pass it on 3rd and 2. There we go. We got the conversion. The AI has finally figured out what I'm doing. And Philip got sacked. Yeah, I'll let that just run out. Okay. I mean, good news. I think our defense has played really well, that last drive notwithstanding. Bad news is our offense is not doing great. They missed the 51-yard field goal. All right. We have life. Samuel Penke getting me 0 yards does hurt that statement a little bit. And Philip is picked again. We're not getting that donor goal. If what's happened this game is any indication, I don't think we're going to get that donor goal. Oh, boy. All right. Defense holds them to another field goal. They're trying, man. They're trying. I should have done different pass play than slants there on 3rd and 6. That was a mistake. They convert the 3rd and 12. I mean, I'm just going to keep blitzing if they want to try to beat us like that. And we have the ball at the 1. That's fun. Cool, we got the conversion. Okay. How many? Yeah, I mean, we're averaging 4 yards a rush, which is pretty good. There we go. Preston Diallo gets us 19. We're moving. We're shaking. We stopped. I'll take the field goal. All right, Nathan Locke makes that one. We're all tied up 13 apiece. And they convert the 3rd and 7. Come on, guys. I'm blitzing. 3rd and 3, send the house. There we go. Caleb Hampton gets the clutch tackle. Okay, my goal here is we're going to drive for 4.5 minutes and score with like 10 seconds on the clock. That is my goal. I think for that goal to happen, though, I need to set it on normal. There we go. Jason McDonald, 26 yards. 3rd and 11, guys. No dice. Jason McDonald dropped the pass. All right. Here we go. All Georgia needs is a field goal. 3rd and 4. Do I want to blitz? I'm going to blitz. Bad call. They ran it to the outside. There we go. Devin Allen gets the sack. 3rd and 9. No dice. Okay, well, we have 49 seconds, all 3 timeouts to get into field goal range. Let's rock and roll. Davin Wan, Ivan Calhoun doing work. That said, I need the ball to go past the... There we go! Jason McDonald, 26 yards. Okay. So right now, It's a bit long for lock. And I don't really want to run it because that would definitely burn my last time out. Dang it. 42-yarder to give us the lead with 17 seconds left. And it's good. Nathan Locke, the redshirt freshman, brings it down. Okay. All right. Georgia's also out of timeouts. First incompletion. And incomplete. We beat Georgia. Number 3 takes down number 4 in Athens. What a game. I mean, our defense deserves all the credit. We threw 2 interceptions, and they still only got in the end zone once. Really, really good. Not the debut that Philip Cato wanted. Cato, without question. But I think Myers did really well. Ivan Calhoun, I mean, 3.1 average. By our standards is bad, but good day from our receivers. Wilder was involved a lot. McDonald had 100 yards. Defensively, I mean, we only got 1 sack, but when their QB is going like crazy, kind of happens. Nathan Locke was 3 of 4. I think the only one he missed was a like 48-ish yarder, so not the end of the world. I mean, hey, look, we beat one of the best teams in the country. Defense held strong. I'll take it. Does that move us up to number 2? No, we stay at 3. Colin Wright goes down. That is a bit shaky. Oh, please. Bama beating unranked MSU. Whatever. All right, so Colin Wright going down is a bit annoying. That said, I mean, coverage-wise, he's still better than I would say Aldridge. So I'm just going to drop him to 4. That means Minor and Javier are going to play more, but that's okay. All right, we get the win, which is nice. Let me talk a little bit about recruiting. So I'm going for a very light recruiting class this year. Part of that is very obvious. I have 34 players that are either freshmen or redshirt freshmen, not even 20 in any of the other groups. I need to focus on quality more than quantity right now. And so that's why I'm looking at 4 5-star prospects, or excuse me, 5 5-star prospects, handful of JUCO guys that can play immediately. Especially if, if I lose Neil Diallo, I need guys to take that up. So it looks like we just shot ahead of OSU by offering them a scholarship. It should be noted, they have yet to offer him a scholarship either. That said, we are going to schedule him for the OSU game, which is going to have, I mean, if we lose, that could knock us out of the running to get him. But the benefits are insane. He also has extreme NIL importance. I am very tempted to write Dallas Chaparro a check for like $2 million. Just based, in fact, actually, no. I'll wait until the OSU game to make that decision. Looks like I can schedule a couple other guys. Let me just build out the Kent State game since that one has the most chance of being a ranked game, though it looks like they lost. So there goes that. Nevada or San Jose State, you can come to the San Jose State game. And Brian Graves, they'll have you come to the Kent State game also. The other really good news right now is of the 17, I'm only behind on 1 player, and it's Brian Graves, who, don't get me wrong, is good, but he's one like, if we don't get him, it's not the end of the world. Everyone else we're ahead on, but we're in a lot of tight races. It looks like Ohio State offered a scholarship to Ingram, which is annoying. It's a really good JUCO D lineman that he's the number 2 overall JUCO prospect. He would do great for us. We are going after a couple superstars, including linebacker Marlon Madden, who already has 92 IQ, which I think is the highest IQ I have seen for any recruit, like ever. He does not care about NIL in the slightest, which I respect. He's not chasing money. What does he care about, you ask? Very simple. He wants to play and he wants to stay at home, which isn't great because, California, Minnesota, not exactly neighbors. So I like this recruiting group a lot. But there is, that scenario where I miss out on like 3 of the 5 stars, and all of a sudden I end up with a 14, strong recruiting class, which isn't great. All right, Colorado State, how'd you do week 1? Lost to UCF. Fair enough. See here, they got Dylan Dale as their QB. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, here's the downside of the AI redshirting a JUCO guy. Air Force redshirted him, and then Colorado State scooped him up. Though, to be fair, he's made, let's call that 550,000. He's made 3.6 million before he even stepped on the field. Not a bad gig. 99 IQ is very strong, but his arm strength is bad. His accuracy is on track with our guys. So I think we'll work on stopping their run and our passing game. My goal for this game is just for Phillip not to turn the ball over. And also, by the way, if we fail to score 34 points against Colorado State, we do not get the Diamond Donor goal. So that's our magic number. We have no players visiting this game, and thus far, I have managed to score 34 points on Colorado State 3 times. So here's hoping the tradition stays. Colorado State calls tails, and it is tails, and they defer also. Interesting. A lot more deferring happening than I'm used to. Ivan Calhoun with a 10-yard rush to start. I'll take it. Oh, Preston Diallo, 62-yard pass on the go route. Ivan Calhoun in the end zone. That'll do. And some incompletions there, and they already punt. It's looking good. Never mind. Phillip was just sacked. And then David Waugh with a 49-yard touchdown. Okay, we're getting 34. At this point, if we don't get 34, that means Colorado State's defense just put on a masterclass. All right, they convert the 3rd and 2. Should I have blitzed? Probably. Never mind, Emmanuel Haynes with the strip sack recovered by Caleb Hampton. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We're just going to run the ball a bit here, burn all the clock imaginable. Never mind, pass it in for a touchdown. We went backwards, and I was like, well, we need 34. We're already at 21, and the first quarter has just ended. Edwin Cole with the sack. And Colorado State punts once again. Why, thank you. Yeah, this game's going to be over rather quickly, I think. 61-yard pass to Johnny Huber. My God. My goodness gracious. Moises gets in on the action. It's 28-0. And Ramon Knapp with the interception. It has been a while since we have just eviscerated a team like this. No, they didn't even stop us on 3rd and 2. That kind of makes me sad. Jason McDonald, though, with the touchdown. And there we go. We have scored 34 points against Colorado State, and there's still 5 minutes left in the first half. I hear that's good. No, they stopped us, guys. I know they're in shotgun trips. I don't care. Blitz. It didn't work, y'all. It did not. All right, that was about as good a first half as you could hope for. Philip already has 3 touchdowns. That'll do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like Colorado State's going to get points on the board. Never mind. Ramon with his second interception of the day. Oh, poor Colorado State. First, you get housed on a no travel call against Maryland, and now this. 4th and 3. The game wants me to go for it. Realistically, there's no. I'm up 35. I'm just gonna punt it. Like, come on. What are we doing here? All right, they punt, and we're just gonna keep running the ball. Do a little play action. Other than that, run the ball. Do a little play action. Very simple. Moises in again, and there we are. All right, the backups are now in on defense. Let's see if they can keep the shutout going. Troy Potter with the tackle on 3rd and 1. Thank you, sir. 3 and out from our backups on offense. Not looking good. No, Colorado State made the 47-yarder. The shutout is gone. Jude Allen getting reps at running back now. We're so cooked. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Since I only play with 2 tight ends, Davin's still going to be in. Camden Gibson, 21 yards. Maximus Roy Ball. Thank you, sir. And Jared Wells with the touchdown reception. That'll do. Well, we averaged 16.6 yards a pass. That seems pretty good to me. Philip bounce back game, 10 of 13, 246 yards, 3 touchdowns. Keith Fields even got a touchdown, which is nice. Good day from our running backs. Samuel Pankey, though, did not have the success that the other 2 did. It must be said. Diallo got 100 yards and a touchdown. Good. Wilder only targeted once. I don't understand. 2 sacks from our defense. Thank you, lads. And Locke was perfect on extra points. Watch. I swear if we drop in the rankings now because Colorado State was so bad, I am accusing the AP of collusion. All right, we're good. Oh, okay. Samuel Pankey goes down. He is out for a week. Well, now I have to decide, do I want Jude Allen or Maximus Robal to be our next guy? My concern with Jude Allen is he might fumble. And I think he's probably a better runner. I mean, his strength is a 56 and his speed. Nah. Let's go. Roy Ball, you're our 3rd running back. Welcome to the show. I'm almost tempted to rip the red shirt off of Damon Taylor for 1 game. Nah. I'll see what Roy Ball can do. Air Force, they're 0-2 on the season, a rare bad start. Lost by 20 to West Virginia and 7 to San Diego State. A reminder for those who've not watched last season's videos, Air Force was good enough to go 12-2 last year and made the playoff. So, they've been pretty good in this save overall, but not the best start to things. And Kai Dillard is their new starting QB. He's been pretty good. Yeah, he's averaging 300 yards a game for crying out loud. They're running. Oh, there's the problem. There's your problem. Neither of your running backs is averaging like more than 3 yards a carry. Okay, well, I now know how to beat this team. Stop their passing and work on our passing. That said, I forgot to do recruiting. Let me do that really quick. Did OSU offer a scholarship? No, they didn't. When did they schedule? Oh, they scheduled week 3. We need to beat them in week 4. If we beat them in week 4, we are going to get so many points. Because now it's the second visit. It's not even the first. Oh, Ingram. Ingram. Come on down. I'm not gonna do it with Elliot Pope just because of how far we are with USC. I'll fill out the San Jose State game. Same thing with Gary Hutchinson. Like we're so far ahead. Let's just fill out Hawaii. Gordon, you can come to Hawaii also. Yeah, Ty Dolan, Kent State. Justice Bryan, San Jose State. Ethan Addison could be a close one with UCLA. So that one I will do. Who else wants to schedule a D lineman? I don't have a great place to put Addison, so I'll just do San Jose State. Eric Green, is San Diego State a home game this year? Yes, you can go then. Anyone on the second page? Yes. Brian Sanders, San Diego State or Nevada? I meant San Jose State. All right, so Stanford has their visit with Graves this week against a ranked Arizona team. So help me, Arizona. If you lose that game, you are off of the Christmas card list. Yeah. I have a feeling just by level of interest and such that OSU is going to snipe me for Ingram and possibly Shapiro as well. Or Shaparo, I should say. But that's just boring. And I genuinely do think I'm going to write Dallas a check for $2 million. Like, he's loyal. So even if we only get him for like 2 years or 3 years, like in the transfer portal, this dude's costing $4 million, right? And he still has one more development hit before he even gets in the building. All right, Air Force, not doing too good this year. They have 7 recruits visiting, including a 5-star wide receiver. Good luck to you, Arizona. I don't think you'll get him, but good luck to you. So far in the sim, Arizona's beat Fresno 4 times. They beat me twice. They beat us once in year 2, and then a couple years ago in the conference game. They're the only Mountain West team to beat me multiple times. Here we go. Tails never fails. There we go. All right, I will defer and let us see what this horrendous running game that Air Force has can do. 1-yard rush. I am beginning to understand. Uh-oh. 3rd and 10. I forgot to check if Kai Dillard can run. Let me do that really quick. Maybe. But I don't think it's something they're going to do, like, actively. That said, we have the ball at the 7, which isn't lovely. But we can just run it out a little bit. Uh-oh. There we go. Ivan Calhoun putting in work. Moises Myers getting me 2 yards on 2 carries. Yep, sure. Cool. We punt. Thank you, defense. Good punt return from Jared Wells, 20 yards on the return. 3rd and 4. I really am a run it guy on 3rd and 4. Oh, Phillip is sacked. Not good. Not good. There we go. Ivan Calhoun gets his. What is his stat line right now? 7 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. I hear that's pretty good. My sources are saying that that's pretty good. I am not going to do a dime blitz on 3rd and 11. You know what? Maybe I should have. All right, we get the ball back. All things being equal, Moises goes backwards, man. I don't know what to make of Moises. And it's weird to say that of a guy his senior year. Well, 3rd and 16. Screw it. Fade smash. Send it. Didn't work. We punt. Air Force's defense has done really well against us, to be fair. They converted the 3rd and 3 and the 3rd and 9. Wow. All right. They just tore us to shreds there. Okay. 7 all game. We need to score. Clutch 3rd and 10 conversion. Thank you, Preston. I'll miss you, buddy, after you leave for greener pastures to get drafted by the Chicago Bears, probably. Curls. It worked. Johnny Huber gets us 11, and Ivan Calhoun runs it in with 23 seconds on the clock. Yes, I was definitely keeping track of the clock that whole time. Why do you ask? All right. So we're just going to run the ball now. Maximus Roy Ball with a 10-yard rush. Hello, my friend. But yeah, right now my goal is to burn a lot of clock this second half. I'll even run an option play. It got 2 yards. Fair enough. All right. Locke makes the 43-yarder. That burned like what, 5.5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. Not great. 3rd and 11. I am actually going to blitz. That could have been awful. Thank you, Jameson Pope. There we go. We convert to 3rd and 2. Moises, so help me. What's his stat line right now? 10:29. Jeez Louise. There we go. We convert to 3rd and 9. I mean, Air Force's defense legitimately is doing pretty well against this. Because what's our 3rd down conversion rate? Yeah, we're 6 of 10. Yeah, that's where we're getting them. All right, Air Force punts. Looks like this game is ours as long as we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. We can just run the ball pretty well, do a little play action. Well, there is interception number 3. Oh, not like this, lads. That was probably not my greatest decision to engage 8, but they ran it up the middle. What do you want from me? All right, Maximus Roy Ball gets me 12. Running back of the future. Do we have him? Jason McDonald gets me 20. Moises, so help me. I'm going to run it on 3rd and 8. Well, no, I'm not. We're up by 13. I'll do white corner. Fucking Wilder over the top for a touchdown. Thank you, thank you. All right, they're going for it on 4th and 13. And they get it. 23-yard pass. Fair enough. All right, 3rd and 12. They got it again. Why did I do cover 4 quarters? That was my brain on autopilot. Oh, that was stupid of me. They have a timeout. They don't use it, so the game's just going to end awkwardly. But we beat Air Force 27-7. I think the big difference is 3rd downs, and then they only average 2 yards a rush. Their run game, for whatever reason, this year is just terrible. I think the answer is they just don't have good running backs. Like Rondon, 15 carries, 19 yards. Not great. Philip didn't have a great game. 14 carries, 170 yards, touchdown, and a pick. Calhoun, though, 148 yards. That have won. Had some Weird computer stuff happened on the other monitor, but it's fine. Moises averaged 4 yards a carry, but I am suspect. So many of those runs were like -2, 2 yards. Red ball, 8 carries, 30 yards. You know, nothing to get too overly excited about, but hey, you didn't fumble. I'll take that. Diallo had a good game. Wilder had a touchdown, but other than that, no one really got involved. Only one sack by our defense. I don't think Medina is going to get all conference just based on his stats in these first 3 games, but you never know. All right, now we are praying, manifesting, whatever word you want to use, that UCLA upset Ohio State. Drum roll, please, everyone. I don't think they did because we're still number 3. Man. All right, Panky and Conwright are both back. Oh yeah, OSU killed them 40-0. Fair enough. All right, so Jude Allen is upset about playing time. Buddy, listen here. Like, and how's Jude Allen developed? I mean, his ball carrier vision has exploded, but his ball security has gone down, which is kind of hilarious. Holy! You're telling me the game atmosphere is 530 in week 3? Okay, so we have our work cut out for us here. Oh boy, man alive. Yeah, how far back are we now? We're 1,300 back. Stanford also upset Arizona. You useless. Wow, we're so far back got it out. I didn't expect them to get 1,000. I expected, 600 range. Beating an unranked UCLA, they got 1,000. All right, well, now I think, what do I want to do? Because we're going to get a bonus because it's a top 5 matchup. The game atmosphere is going to be really good. And our college life bonus is the same as Ohio State's. So if I offer money now, like, okay, if I write him a check right now, US dollars, for 2 million, that gets me essentially tied with them before they do anything, and then the campus visit will just propel us forward. Yeah, that's the call. I think that is my executive decision. If/when it backfires and I have to like take an integrity hit to get 2 million back because he hasn't committed, so be it. But, let's just assume he does. Okay, first things first, I want to check on a friend really quick. Christian Campbell, how you doing at San Diego State, buddy? You know, 8 touchdowns to 1 pick is it's a pretty good stat line there, buddy. They beat UC, they beat Air Force and New Mexico. Okay, Christian Campbell's doing pretty. That'll be. Hey, listen, if they want to just run the gambit, which looking at their schedule, they very well could be undefeated by the time they face us in week 12. Hmm, that could be fun. All right, Ohio State. What have you done this year? Kentucky only lost by 10. Whatever. All right, they beat ranked Kentucky and they demolished Minnesota and UCLA. I am shocked by this. Okay, they're not great running the ball, and they have not gotten a lot of sacks. Gee, wish. So Carter Maynard, against like last season, I don't know how he didn't make first team All American with 40 touchdowns and 5,800 yards, but shrug. This year, he has thrown 3 picks. All of them came against Kentucky. He has 111 arm strength, 93 accuracy, 96 IQ. He is the best QB we will face this year. Because, in my opinion, he's the best in the country. So, if you're wondering how he did last year against us, 27 of 43, 350 yards, 1 touchdown. So, there's that. Also, shout out to when he threw 62 times against USC. What an insane stat. Whatever. Okay. Oh boy. So I think for Ohio State, firstly, we need to work on stopping their pass, and we're going to work on our run game. Because similarly, and let me pull the game up really quick. So last year, right, we lost I clicked the wrong button. We lost 16 to 23. And really, I think the kill shot happened in this run in the third quarter, where just our defense got a 3-and-out, got another stop, and our offense just did worse somehow. Then we got a touchdown, then they got a touchdown, and we just couldn't match them. In terms of score wise, I think Campbell did okay, but his completion percentage was bad, and then our running backs just couldn't get anything going. Especially Calhoun was stopped dead. And, Menard's a good QB. We kind of made him look human a little bit, and their running game didn't have great success. So I think realistically, the way we win round 2 is if our run game does better and our defense has similar success against their offense. We have 3 recruits visiting, all of whom are interested in Ohio State. So we're going to get big points for this, for being a top 5 matchup regardless. However, if we lose to OSU, then we could be, potentially out of the running for Dallas Chaparro, or OSU could pole vault us for Jaden Ingram. Marlon Madden, that's going to be between us and Alabama, I think, till the end, but we'll see. So 2028 was the first time we played each other in this out-of-conference schedule, and they eviscerated us 58-10. That was certainly one of the games of all time. That was my first year here, and we got demolished. But last year it was a bit closer. So here we go. This could very well be like our game of the season, depending on what happens in the playoffs. Let us see. They win the toss, and they elect to receive. All right. Fair enough. And as we do, we blitz, and they get 53 yards. That happened against them last time. So clearly, I have not learned my lesson. All right, defense. They missed the 19-yarder. One thing I would like to see, and the next update to this game is going to include like weather and different winds and things like that. One thing I would like to see, if a kicker missed a 19-yard field goal, I feel like that had to be blocked. So I would like to see like a blocked, like field goal extra point blocks being a statistic. I think that'd be nice. Let it fly. 21 yards of Jason McDonald. We're so back. We convert the 3rd and 5. Never punished. There we go. Ivan Calhoun gets us 11. I am not doing 4 verts on 2nd and 5. Are you out of your mind? 3rd and 7. Let me try the inside cross. No dice. All right, we have to sell for a field goal, but let the record show at one point we were winning. That point is gone as they score a touchdown in 6 plays. And Calhoun goes backwards. The vibes roller coaster, as some have called it, are turning the other way. Samuel Pankey gets me 12, though. We're at the 7. And Moises Myers runs it in for the touchdown. We're up 10-7. We only scored 16 points against them in our previous meeting. We're already at 10. That said, our defense is not holding up at all as well. Which, let's be frank, I lost my top three corners. That might be why. All right, we hold them to a field goal, which against OSU, that's pretty good. That was a bad run decision by me. Never punished. Thank you, Johnny Huber, for getting me 7 yards. I'm going to run it on 3rd and 3. I'm going to pass it on 4th and 2 because I'm more confident in us getting 2 yards on a pass than I am on a run. Preston Diallo gets me 12. Thank you, sir. I'm going to go for it. I'm going for it on 4th and 1. Not only am I going for it, goal line, dive, send it. We don't get it. Moisey gets stopped. Come on, man. All right. They converted the 3rd and 6. There we go. Big time sack, Emmanuel Haynes. And they convert the 3rd and 10 anyway. Why? Right, they missed the 52-yarder. I might as well try to get into field goal range from here. How long is this field goal? 64 yards. Nah. That play also took. Oh, no, I guess there's only. I thought there was more time. Well, send it. And then we got 27 yards, but no dice. Okay. We start with the ball. I think first half thoughts. Our run game is doing much better. We're averaging 5 yards a carry. Our defense, though, looking a bit shakier. I think my decision to go for it on 4th and 1 was still the correct one. But actually, in that scenario, my short yardage back really should be Ivan. Like, Moises is literally the one I do not want it to be. Well, no, I'd rather it be him than Panky, to be fair. There we go. Moises gets me 11. Is Samuel Panky injured? So I haven't seen his name at all. I'm a little scared. 1st and goal at the 8. I'm going to run it 4 times. There's one. There we go. Calhoun gets us in. We have now outscored. We scored more points in this game than we did against OSU last time. They failed to convert. They did an RPO bubble screen on 3rd and 8. Chip Kelly must still be their offensive coordinator. Remember when Chip Kelly traded LaShawn McCoy for Kiko Alonso? That was legitimately one of my darkest days as an Eagles fan. Like, almost as bad as when the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. 3rd and 3, passing it. There we go. Walking Wilder gets us 8. Okay. We're in Ohio State territory. That run is nerfed, so I probably shouldn't call it. There we go. Jason McDonald gets us 15. We're moving. We're shaking. Samuel Panky says, I'm not injured. I'm just resting, and gets me 8. 2nd and goal at the 6. I'm just going to keep running it. Damn, we're stuck. 4th and goal from the 2. The argument for going for it is very simple. If we go for it and get a touchdown, we're up by 2 touchdowns. If we go for it and don't get it, they have to drive 98 yards to get in the end zone. However, if we kick a field goal, we guarantee to go up by 2 scores. I'm going to kick the field goal. That might come back to bite me. Hugo Patrick gets me a sack. Thank you, sir. I think our defense has played a lot better in the second half, and I'm banking on that. 3rd and 13. They fail to convert. They punt. Okay. Here we go. So far, my drives in the second half, let's be frank, been pretty good. We've eaten about 13 and a half minutes off the clock. We've taken almost an entire quarter off the clock, just ourselves. Now we're going to run it. I am going to run the ball an inhuman amount of times until they can stop me. The inside runs are nerfed. I'm a little worried about doing an outside run. We got it. Thank you. We convert the 2nd and 8. Good job, Ivan. Oh, we're lads. I can see victory. Is that famous last words from me? Maybe. 3rd and 8. Pass it over the top. Get him. We got him. Walking Wilder, 23 yards worth the 4. And Calhoun is in. We have a 17-point lead with 7 minutes left. I can see victory. There we go. They're still running it. Cherry Chase gets the tackle for loss. And Emmanuel Haynes, the big man interception as he picks off Carter. Juke clock is staying on. We're just going to run it. I'm just going to keep running it. Samuel Pankey is in. It's 34. Oh, my. Ohio State crumbling beneath our very eyes. Our backups are in on defense right now. My backups are in against Ohio State. If you would have told me my backups would come in this game, I never would have believed you. Devin Allen with the sack, and they missed the field goal. Our defense just held them. Our defense just stopped them. Jude Allen is getting reps. If I would have said that Jude Allen would get runs against Ohio State, oh, the ramifications. I probably would have assumed a running back got injured, to be fair. 3rd and 2, I'm just going to run it. We don't get it. I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to punt. Give them really bad field position. Wow, we blew out Ohio State. Like 34-10. I mean, we averaged a first down every time we passed the ball, 5.6 yards rushing. They scored 10 points with 8.5 minutes. They scored their 10th point with 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. They were then never scored the rest of the game. Our defense deserves a commendation. Wow. I mean, Phillip, listen, he never got a touchdown, but he was 16 of 20 for 228 yards and never sacked. That's really good. Running backs, I mean, everyone gets medals. Calhoun, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Moises, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Pankey, 77 yards on 10 carries and a touchdown. Jude Allen averaged 5 yards a carry. Craziness. Wide receivers did really well. Wilder had a clutch 3rd down conversion. Multiple sacks by our defense. Emmanuel Haynes with the pick. I think he's going to end up being the one that gets all conference. Wow, we just beat the number 1 team in the country. Not only did we beat them, we crushed them. That's crazy. Surely we're number 1 now. We have to pole vote Alabama. Just on the pure basis of that I have now beaten number 1 and number 4. How? Who has Bama beaten? Give me the names. Who's Bama beaten? They've beaten 1 ranked team. They beat 17. I beat number 4 overall and number 1. And they're ranked ahead of me. I don't understand. At some point, the talent difference should not matter. Whatever. All right. Now for the really fun part. Give me the visit results. We got 1,900 on Dallas. We are now 1,000 points ahead of OSU. We're 2,400 points ahead on both Ingram and Madden. Oh my, that is insane. We got 3,300 points overall. Oh, that's crazy. Yep, we got 400 for it being so even if we didn't win, we would have gotten 1,200 points, even if we didn't win. That is insane. Wow. Yeah, have fun with your Kentucky visit, Bama. Sure glad you scheduled that one. Wow, that is actually crazy. Like, oh, Baylor's visit with Lima went well. Oh, come on, you beat Boiling Green. Whatever. I feel that's actually insane. And we're still chasing Stanford, but I think that's fine. And Warren Lima, he's a tight end. If we get him, I'm gonna move him to O line. I'm a little worried about his 72 strength, but I think if we move him to O line before like his redshirt year, then he'll put on a lot of weight his redshirt year, and his strength will just naturally go really, really high. What craziness! I listen. We had a chance to beat Ohio State. I think last year we played them really close. 34-10 is crazy. If we lose a game the rest of the season, I'm gonna be so disappointed, man. San Diego State, by the way, still undefeated. Ooh, Kent State's. Who do you play? Ah, no ranked teams between us and them. All right, so Kent State's probably not going to be ranked when they face us. That is kind of a shame. All right, Hawaii, give me the numbers. Oh no, oh no, they're on 4. They still have Robert Yu, which is cool. I don't understand why this guy doesn't play well. I really don't, because he had good ratings last year, and his accuracy isn't bad. It's an 81 last year, and he still threw double-digit picks. This year it's an 85. He's still throwing one pick for every touchdown. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why he's so bad. Maybe their wide receivers are just bad. What's their Hawaii ratio? Only 44% from Hawaii. My first ever save in this game was Hawaii, and let me tell you, it's a tough one. I tried to sign like almost everyone from Hawaii. I think at one point I had 94% were in state from Hawaii, but at a certain point you keep doing that and you just run out of talent. All right, Hawaii, let's see what you got. So we're favored by 33 points. Is Hawaii on the list of 3? No, it's Kent State UNLV. Okay. All right. So we have 3 recruits visiting. Um, Hindsight being 2020, obviously I should have put Fabian Gordon with OSU, but I didn't know we'd kill him by so much. We have beaten Hawaii every year. We've been at Fresno State, and outside of the first year, it's never really been close. So we'll see how this goes. I can't believe my backups were in against Ohio State. Like that actually is crazy. I'm still living off the high on that game. Even if we lose to Hawaii, I don't care. I mean, let's be frank, we're not. But even if we do, like, who cares? We just beat the best team in the country by talent. Jason McDonald, 40-yard pass touchdown. Okay. That pretty much settles that. Ooh, they convert the 3rd and 10. Okay. No, no dice. I might literally just do what the AI wants, like on every play, and just see how we do. Got another touchdown. Jason McDonald, 14 yards. So far, just doing the sim play is working pretty well. I should just do this the whole time. I'm gonna call this the sim play game where I never change the play. Oh, Philip got sacked. No matter. Panky in the end zone. Man, why couldn't be one of the 34s? Cherry Chase with the sack. All of my D linemen are doing well except Medina. They're all doing well except him. It's very sad. The AI just made me do a wide corner on 2nd and 2. I feel so mean. Hey, Jamison Poe with the pick in his senior season. That'll do. Ivan Calhoun runs it in. We're on pace to score 70, which I hear is a pretty good. Ooh, they did 4 verts and converted. Okay. Okay, they might get something here. Never mind. Nicholas Unger picked him off in the end zone. Ooh, I'm going to call a timeout here. Let's see what we can do. Never mind. Never. All right, I'm lying. I'm doing one audible. Yeet. All right. Shoot clock coming back on. Yeah, we're just gonna do a little bit of running, a little bit of play action, and so far against Hawaii, the AI knows what it's talking about in terms of plays. This is gonna be the fastest game I ever play in my life. So I'm just not even audibling. Bubble screen. Oh, even that worked. My God. Uh-oh. I never would have done 4 verts on 3rd and 11, and here it is, and Johnny Huber gets me 23 yards. That is crazy. Oh, they stopped us. Good for them. Is that our first punt? Yes. Yes, it is. Not only is that our first punt, that's the first time we didn't get a touchdown. Oh, the backups are in and doing work. Caleb Hampton forces the fumble. Eric Tidwell recovers. Moises Myers lets me down. And Nathan Locke missed the 31-yarder. What are we doing, Nathan? The AI got the memo. It's like, we're just going to run the ball 93 times. Moises Myers gets the touchdown there. All right, now I'm audibling just to give Keith Fields some more passes. 30-yard touchdown pass. Oh, Hawaii, I'm so sorry. Uh-oh, they might get on the board. No, they didn't. Well, we beat them 63 nothing. We averaged 12 yards a pass, 6 yards a run, went 7 to 9 on 3rd down. Calhoun, 15 carries, 136 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Oh, my days. Again, only 1 sack. We just don't get sacks. Surely that moves us. We're never, what's annoying is we're never going to be number 1 then, unless Bama loses. Because our strength of schedule the rest of the way is going to be worse because the Mountain West is worse than the SEC, obviously. That's actually annoying me. Like, I don't care about being ranked 1 or 2. Like, it doesn't matter, quote unquote, but from a game standpoint, I've beaten number 1 and number 4. Like, regardless of preseason ranking, I feel like that should move me up to number 1. That's just me. But who knows? Air Force having a bad year is also not good for us because usually Air Force is our only other hope to be like a ranked and good quality team in the Mountain West. But alas, but alas, it is what it is. I really need to. That's why part of me wants to turn on realignment just to get me out of the Mountain West. But I like where all the teams are at. Medina getting injured is hashtag not good. Since it's only a week, I'm just gonna drop him. Troy Potter's complaining. Tidwell's complaining. All right, so let me look at transfer risks. Give me names, give me numbers. Oh no, that's a big problem. Gibson, you're at 29%. Leave me alone. Langston, yeah, he should. Langston should transfer realistically. McLeod is annoyed about being redshirted his freshman. Oh my! Oh, this is without question the most players I've ever had want to transfer. Oh boy! Can't you all just be happy with our success? I ask you. All right, this is unfair to Huber. I'm doing that. It's unfair to you, Johnny. It is. I feel very bad about this, but I'm making the call because I'm losing McDonald, Diallo, and Huber next year regardless. So I guess to be fair, I could just promise McLeod, Gibson, and Wells more playing time next year, and they're all get it because they're going to be my top three wide receivers. So yeah, in that case, I'll just do that. O line, who was the one complaining? Eric White. You shush. How's Jace doing? 8 pancakes, no sacks. How's White? Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I assume White then wants like 40%. Ibrahim Jean has given up 3 sacks already, which I don't understand based on his numbers, but I'll keep an eye on that. D line, these two are complaining, but I'm not going to move them ahead of anyone. Linebackers, Finley is complaining. How's Carpenter been this year? 3 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Yeah, he hasn't been great. Finley's honestly done more. Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, Carpenter. This is harsh on you, buddy. Corner. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to tell a lot of these guys. Aldridge needs like 1% more playing time probably, and then he just has it. Also, I forgot to move Colin Wright back up. Whoops. Colby Miner, how have you been man to man? 6 out of 10. Aldridge, or 6 out of 12 rather. Aldridge 4 out of 8. All right. Then safety, no one should be complaining. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Both Keith Fields and Khalil Maloney complaining is kind of funny. But we have Aaron O'Connor. Actually, should I then recruit a quarterback? Because obviously Fields and Maloney aren't staying because I'm not going to pay them and they're not going to get the playing time next year. And I don't want to have only 2 QBs next year. I had a recruit commit. I didn't see that. Let me look then really quick. Am I even near any 3-star guys? Do you care about playing time, buddy? He does. I mean, getting a JUCO to be a backup might not be the worst idea I've ever heard. Let me scout a couple of these guys to see their potential. Oh. Hmm. I mean, honestly, like Purvis wants to be a star, which means I'd only have him as a backup for 1 year. And at that point, is it really worth it? I mean, his arm strength's going to be like a 72. His accuracy is going to be like a 68. Like, yeah, why not? I'm not going to pay him any money, obviously, but I will offer him. Jackson Marquez has committed. I did that on the wrong screen. He's a pretty well-rounded tight end prospect. I like him more as a tight end than an O lineman, even though he's a great blocker. His catching is a 76, and that's really good. Ohio State offered more money, so they're catching up to me with money for him, which is slightly disconcerting, but only slightly. Oh, whoops. All right, so we're going to catch up to Baylor on Lima, which is good. I'll offer Purvis a scholarship. Krug, and then that'll just get me ahead of him on by default. So I'm not going to waste a pitch on him. Yeah, I don't love going into next season with two QBs. The other alternative is to get a QB, like a backup QB in the transfer portal, but then I'd have to pay that backup QB probably a not insignificant amount of money. At that point, I'd rather just grab a JUCO guy. Okay, 5-0, New Mexico. How you been? Beat Texas Tech. That's not nothing. Oh, Texas Tech is 0-5. Wow. It's not great. But anyway, they beat them. And they beat ranked Utah. Okay, New Mexico. Okay. I see you. You have my respect. We're still going to beat you by like 50, but who cares? All right, their QB, Tyson Durham, who hasn't been great. He can run, and he does it pretty well. That's not nothing. He's a JUCO guy. Interesting. He's a JUCO player that wants to be a star. They redshirted him his first year, didn't play him his second year, and he never wanted to transfer. Well, maybe they offered him playing time this season, but still, that's interesting. All right, we're going to work on our passing game and stopping their run. Since if they have any designed QB runs, be good to stop those. We're favored by 36.5 points. Yeah, we've thrown 3 picks and 7 is the limit. All right, we have no recruits visiting this game because, let's be frank, why? Mexico called heads. They're fools. It is tails. All right. Think I'll actually call plays this time. Though letting the AI just do the sim plays was oddly freeing. I imagine that's what some people like do, and more power to you. Slants never fails. All right, we convert the 3rd and 1. Thank you, lads. Uh-oh. All right. They hold us to a field goal and a pretty good kickoff return, too. No, but they can't do anything with it. Come on, New Mexico. I'm rooting for you. I mean, not to beat me, but at least make it a good game. Ooh, 6-yard sack. Unfortunate. All right. Ah, I knew they were going to run it, but I saw trips and I was like, maybe it's a pass. It was not. All right, New Mexico takes the lead, and Samuel Pankey runs it in for 36 yards. Never mind. The lead was theirs. I accidentally do cover 4 quarters. Oi, Calhoun, 45 yards. Let's run the option. That's why I don't run the option. And Locke missed a 28-yarder? Are you okay, Nathan? Can I call you Nathan? Yeah, let's just run the... never mind, up tempo. I was like, let's just run the clock out, and then we got like 20 yards. There we go. 1st and goal at the 9. I'll take one shot into the end zone. All right, field goal. Okay. We are up 13-7. Pretty good from our defense. Not great from our offense. A score here would be a nice thing. Looks like it's going to happen, and it does. Calhoun gets this in the end zone. Should I have gone for 2 there? Probably, but I don't think it will matter in the grand scheme as we just run our way to victory. Let's try a bubble screen at the 7. No, it got us 6. We were close to greatness. Engage 8 followed by a safety blitz is just the work of a demon. Philip is sacked again. I mean, their defense, in all honesty, is doing okay. Um, stopping our passing game, but our run game is just torching them. Moises with a 55-yarder. That'll do. The backups are in on offense, and Jude Allen with the 11-yard touchdown run. Thank you, sir. Defense gets another stop. Very good. Third and 3. Slants. Xavier Bonner with a catch. That might be his first catch of his college career. I'm not going to go for it on 4th and 3. Don't be silly, game. I will, however, keep passing. Because, I'm a menace. All right, we beat New Mexico 41-7. We outscored them a lot. What, 28-0 in the second half. And yeah, they did an okay job stopping our pass, but running the ball, I mean, we averaged 11 yards a rush. That'll do. Calhoun almost had 200 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. Moises 134. Pankey and Allen both had a touchdown. 3 sacks by our defense, which is really good. We've been missing that. Let us advance. So many players want to transfer. It's insane. So I just got an achievement that spoiled what this commitment is as Riley Neal goes down. Huh. All right, well, let me do this first. So Medina is going to move back up to 3. Riley Neal just drops, and so that means Finley and Little go back up. Nicholas Stafford not wanting to transfer, by the way, is really good. And then, seeing as I got the achievement in the bottom corner, Marlon Madden has already committed. We just secured the #1 recruit in the country. Marlon Madden linebacker, 84 overall, A- potential. Yep, okay. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Can you imagine our linebacking core if Riley Neal didn't want to go to the draft after 1 year? We'd have Madden, Neal, and Cole as our 1, 2, 3. We would be unbeatable. But all right, we get Marlon Madden without any competition. That'll do very nicely. All right, let me fully scout Purvis. He's our 3rd-string QB. Like, he's so bad. Why did I? Yeah, he's not good. He's our 3rd QB next year. All right, that's set in stone. I will, however, schedule him for Kent State so that I can get the complimentary offense bonus. Stanford is still fighting me on Graves, to their credit. And then, yeah, Lima, we're going to catch because it looks like Baylor, for whatever reason, is only doing target player, which I wish I wouldn't do that. Like, if they have a good visit with a player and they have a good lead, why blow it with, all that? Uh-oh. OSU had their visit for Ingram. They got 890 points. Purdue, you're killing me. As an alum, you're killing me. But yeah, I mean, really, I mean, I think everyone from Dallas down is going to be a fight. Nevada had their visit with Sanders and they got 410 points. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get everyone from Addison up. And then Dallas down is going to be a little bit of a fight. Odds are I'll get Sanders also. But if I don't, it's not the end of the world because I'm getting three other linebackers probably. But hey, based on the fact that, I'm losing one, two, three starting linebackers to graduation, one more to the draft, two more that might transfer. I need all the linebackers I can get. That's just kind of where we're at. All right, let's look at San Jose State here. They are 1-5. Their only win coming against the previously played New Mexico. Their offense doesn't look very good. Yep, they are bottom five in points, yards, pass yards, and plays per game. I mean, their defense, though, isn't, it's bottom half against the run, but it's not as bad as their offense. Okay. They have Parker Conley at QB, transfer from Cal. He has been bad. There's no way around that. No touchdowns this year, three picks. I mean, he has 225 yards rushing and a touchdown, but he's only averaging 3 yards a carry, which for a rushing QB is not very good. He's got high IQ and arm strength, though. How is this guy bad? The world may never know. So I think in that case, we work on our passing game and stopping their run. As is our want. All right, we're projected to win by 45.5 points. We have 5 recruits visiting, essentially just so I can get complimentary defender visits. Really, the only race that's close is the Sanders one with Nevada. So far in the sim, as you can see, yeah, if we don't win this, the sky might fall. All right, San Jose defers. The AI has been deferring a lot more recently. Interesting. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna complain. And Philip is picked off on his first pass. Oh, Philip. That's 4 picks. He's only allowed 3 more the rest of the season for us to get that donor goal. Not great. I'm not doing cover 4 quarters. Leave me alone. There we go. You pick our guy, we'll pick yours. Davion Sellers with the pick, and he returned it 57 yards. That works. All right, let's try to get in the end zone here. There we go. Walking Wilder, 10-yard touchdown pass. Thank you. Thank you, sirs. And they stumble and punt. We get sacked, though, so all else being equal. Send it. Nah. Maybe I should just not throw it deep. Maybe that's the lesson that I'm learning here. All right, we convert to 3rd and 3. Thank you, Johnny Huber. And the play action works as Huber gets the touchdown. Good for him. San Jose State punts once again. And Jared Wells' 26-yard pass on the little hitch route. Uh-oh. All right. Maybe doing the safety blitz on 3rd and 13 was a bad call. Also, the guy who scored that was Garrett Guerra, who went to Cal, did pretty well, and now is off to San Jose State. So, credit to him. Not only is he off, they didn't pay him any money in the transfer portal. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen that. Even the jet sweep worked. It's when you know it's game over. All right, let me take 2 o'clock off since we got that first down. At the 5. Oh, we went backwards. Moises. I will call a timeout just in case Jared Wells takes this punt return for a touchdown. No, he did not, in fact, take it for a touchdown. All right. I mean, yeah, we're doing pretty much as well as we thought we would against San Jose State. We almost got the safety there, and now we have the ball with great field position. And Ivan Calhoun runs it in for a touchdown. Cool. Yeah, I mean, really, the only Mountain West team that I'm ever going to be worried about is Air Force. And this year, we crushed Air Force. So it looks like San Diego State is going to have a good season. But in terms of talent, we're still leaps and bounds ahead of where they are. There we go. Keith Fields with the touchdown pass to Jared Wells. That'll be good. Uh-oh. And Troy Potter forces a fumble. Jameson Poe recovers. Thank you, sir. Jude Allen getting some reps. Maximus Roy Ball with a 10-yard run. Oh, no. It all crashed and burned. It was going so well. All right, we beat San Jose State 45-7. Never really a close game. They did average 16 yards a pass, but they only threw it 9 times. So, yeah. Phillip did well. Obviously, throwing the pick is rough, but 3 touchdowns, 188 yards. Not too shabby. Calhoun, Moises did well. Pankey also. Happy for them. Very spread out day for the receivers, which is good. Wells 2 touchdowns. Wilder, Hubrich got 1. Couple sacks from our defense, which is good. And Locke was perfect on kicks. And that brings us to our bye week. I'm just going to be forever annoyed that we're not ranked number 1. Oh, that's bad. All right, hold on. Let me sort the Riley Neal one first because that would be the easiest. Okay. So Pangy with a minor injury. For how long? 5 weeks. Well, I think I still play him, but he drops to our 3rd running back over Jude. Kent State doing pretty well. All right, who does Alabama still have the rest of the way? All right, they're going to crush Ole Miss, Charlotte, Oklahoma, and Kentucky. So our only hope at them losing is Tennessee or the Iron Bowl. Please, Auburn, ruin their day. We have a commit defensive lineman, Caden Trung, who is your classic decent tackling block ship pursuit guy, but need more strength. But good potential. Solid, no real complaints. All right, we have jumped Baylor on Lima, which is good. So now, as long as we keep pace with Stanford on Graves and our recruiting visit goes well, looks like we'll be able to get everyone. I'm still glad that I paid the $2 million for Dallas because if I don't do that, it's a much closer fight with OSU. I think my limit on a recruit, I think the most I've ever given is like 3 or 4 million. For Dallas, I'd be tempted to do 3 million. Looks like we're gonna get the JUCO safety Elliot Pope also, who is very good. Which is good because I'm losing my top 3 safeties. Well, no, because Sellers wants to stay instead of go for the draft. So I'm losing 3 out of 4, but not my top guy. All right, 500, 600, 800 points for everybody, which is great. Yeah, that pretty much guarantees us Sanders also. So it looks like we're going to get everyone on our list. Graves might be a fight. And then if OSU ever offers more money to Dallas, then we'll have to respond in kind. But looks like we're getting everyone else. So, all right, bye week. Let's do a quick check in. So, AD goal, we're on track to both win the Mountain West and finish ranking the top 8. It's going to be very unfortunate for San Diego State if they only have one loss the whole season, but it's to us, and therefore they don't make the conference championship. We still have to put 34 on Kent State and UNLV. Have an O line earn all conference. How are we looking on that? 17 pancakes, 1 sack is solid for Sparks. 10 pancakes, no sacks for Ray is good. Yeah, I think we have a couple guys that could do it. Win the division, we assume we will. Though, I mean, to be fair, if our only loss to San Diego is to San Diego State and they go undefeated, they take the division. Right now, we're at 4 interceptions. We're allowed 3 more the whole season. Total turnovers, it looks like we're good. And then we're on track to get the wins, obviously. So, okay, let's look. Has any of the draft stuff changed? School, Calhoun school, Brinson is still staying, and Neal and Diallo are gone. Got it. Medina, I don't think is going to get all conference, but that is what it is. Okay, transfer risks. Wells already addressed. Langston is going to transfer, and I am, so be it. Ooh, I need to look for a kicker then. Phillips wants to transfer, which is a bit hurtful. Aldridge, I can keep with more playing time. Same with McLeod. Potter is gone. McCoy likely gone. Rashid definitely gone. Tidwell is gone. Dorian Little I like. I might pay him money. Same thing with Finley, perhaps. Fields is gone. Pugh. Pugh, I can promise more playing time. Maloney is gone and Allen is gone. It's going to be kind of expensive to keep those dudes. So actually, since I'm losing Muhammad, let me look for kickers really quick. Do I go for the no? It's F. No, no, no. Just gonna look at these top like 5 or so guys. Nah. I mean, I'd take Ashley, but he may commit soon. UNLV has ignored him, which interesting. Maybe I just take Davidson. Unless, could I actually snipe them? Nah, he's had visits with them. I'm not doing that. I will try to snipe Zachary Davidson though. That I will shamelessly attempt to do. Just to get a backup kicker. Because I don't want to have to get a kicker in the transfer portal because then I'll have to pay him money, and paying money to a backup kicker just seems silly. That's my humble opinion. Seems a tad bit foolish. Opposing pass yards -10. In reality, it's 8, but I imagine something happened in the sim to make it less. How's Kennesaw State been in this save? Oh no. What happened this year in 2029? Who is your coach in 2029? I want to, our offensive coordinator. I want to hire him. Gunnar Feldman, how have you done? Not good at all. Okay, never mind. That's hilarious. All right, so Kent State, they're 6-1, but not ranked, which is a bit annoying. Shame they lost to Illinois by 7. If they win that game, they might be ranked. How close are they? 32. Yeah, if they win that game, they're ranked. That's a shame. All right. Let me look at recruiting really quick. OSU has yet to offer more money, and my best pitch is better than what they're doing right now. So we're looking okay. I'm gaining 150 on Graves, but it's also the visit here, so I assume we'll be head on Graves soon. I can schedule the kicker. You can join the San Diego State group, I guess. I mean, F plus potential is horrendous, but it's fine. Because, I mean, Nathan is going to be our starter unless he goes for the draft, which I feel like a kicker wouldn't really declare early. He's going to be our kicker for 4 years. So ideally, Davidson never plays. Okay. So Kent State 6-1, as I mentioned, they have a very good defense, number two in or offense, excuse me, number two in rush yards per game. Oh, right, because they're pistol. Yeah, and so they got a QB that can run it. Also, looks like he's a pretty good passer, which is cool. Mitchell Hogan is still there doing work. Dylan Keith looks solid. Okay. Okay, and their coach is still Oscar Stahl, who was my offensive coordinator for the first 4 years of the save. Then, when I left Fresno State, they offered him the job. And so far, I mean, outside of the first year, he was about as successful as I was. You know, he's been there for 6 years, and in those 6 years, he has 2 bowl wins, 3 bowl losses, and 1 conference championship game. About as successful I was, I would say. Though it must be said, he has done it with much better talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball. My defenses were terrible when I was at Kent State. So we are facing our old friends here. We're going to work on stopping the run and our running game. I think this will be the last game for this video, and then next video we will finish out the season however that manifests itself. So we're favored by 26 points, and remember, this is one of the games where we have to score 34 points to satisfy the donor goal. We have 6 recruits visiting. Really, the only one we care about is Brain Graves, because mathematically we'll get Lima just by nature of our best pitch outdoing Baylor. So 3 years ago, we played Kent State in the first game of the series, and we beat them 35-6. So let us see what we can do this time around. Kent State elects to receive. That is fine by me. And they are going to run the ball like merchants, as we got a sack to open, but they still got the conversion. Good for them. They punch. All right. Wow. Calhoun, -2, -2, huh? Well, not a great start, as I just do engage 8 twice for the laughs. Maybe I should have done it a third time. All right, Kent State is taking the lead. They are up on us 7-0 early. We convert to 3rd and 5. That'll do. 3rd and 1. I'm just going to run it. Good call. Wow. Okay. They just stopped us dead there a little bit. But Johnny Huber gets us in off the slant. We tie it up. Ooh, they almost converted the 3rd and 12. That was too close. For comfort, I am not going to do 4 verts. Leave me alone, Otto said. Moises runs it in as he has been promoted to number 2 running back with Panky's injury. Hope he can continue to do well. We punt. Kent State's defense is doing pretty good. Our defense. There we go. Colby Minor with the pick on the go route. Thank you, sir. I'm going to run it. Now I'm going to go up tempo. I think on the 2nd and 6, where is my tight end in? There it is. No dice, incomplete. All right. Take the field goal. We go up by 10. And the second half begins. Yeah, I think overall their defense has done pretty good. But yeah, our run game is just crushing them. I need to get back to running the ball a bit more. 16-yard run, 12-yard run, play action. All right. Looks like the floodgates have kind of opened here. Never mind, they stopped us, but we get a field goal. But yeah, I think our defense is just too good to where we'll ever really be upset by a team with worse talent. Where even if we have a couple turnovers on offense, we're still good enough, I think, to get the stops we need and then just score. We need 1 more touchdown for 34 points. And we just got it. Johnny Hubert, 25 yards off the slant. Extra point is good. That means we are 2/3 of the way through satisfying that donor goal. The backups are in. I accidentally just went for it on 4th down, but we got it as Elliott Finch with 11 yards. That's kind of funny. I thought it was 3rd and 3, not 4th and 3. My mistake. Sorry, Kent State. All right, they did a play action on 4th and 3 when I kind of did an all-out blitz there. All right, they get in the end zone. We punt. All right, Kent State. I mean, they're going for it, and they're putting points up here. Look at that. Look at them. 5.5 minute drive for a touchdown, then 4 plays, 59 yards, touchdown. All right. So it is gonna, it's gonna look like a close game when people look at the box score at the end, but nothing really doing. The starters are back in on offense, which is kind of funny, just to give Calhoun some more yards. But I mean, credit to them, they did a great job at shutting down our run in the second half. And I think had we not built up that big lead at the beginning, it would have been a pretty close finish. But nonetheless, we beat Kent State 34-21. Very respectable score line for them. Phillips, 16-22, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns ain't bad. Calhoun, 160 yards, touchdown. Myers, 67, touchdown. Really good. Jude Allen, 3 carries, -1 yard. Good job, buddy. 2 touchdowns for Johnny Huber is good for him. Ever since I moved him down the depth chart, looks like he's still getting some love. A couple sacks from our defense. Thank you, lads, including 1 by our friend Devin Allen. Let us advance the week. Did Alabama fumble it against Ole Miss? I wouldn't be against that. Did they play Ole Miss last week? I think they played Ole Miss the week before. Nope, still ranked number 2. That was Charlotte, 84-6. Why are we rewarding Alabama for an out-of-conference schedule that includes what is currently... Okay, never mind. Michigan State's ranked. Dang it. I was ready to go in with the bias. But oh well. OSU, by the way, has dropped 10th after they lost to Illinois. So OSU looks pretty fallible. which is good for us. We have 4 recruits commit, none of them particularly close. I think the two that will ever impact anything, Ty Dolan, the running back. Um, I'm losing, looks like, I think 2 running backs this year. Moises is going to graduate, and Jude Allen's going to transfer. So having high potential running back help would be good. He's obviously going to redshirt, but still. And then Angelo Purvis is going to come in to be our 3rd quarterback next year, which is a bad look for a JUCO guy, but I need a body, and hopefully his IQ or arm strength gets into the 70s. But other than that, just a couple, decent potential O-line linebackers. No real complaints there. That moves us to 7 commitments already. We have 12 left on the board. Oh yeah, all 4 of the commits came to the Kent State game. We got 1,100 points for Lima and Graves. All right, that's that. So unless Ohio State offers an insane amount of money for Dallas Chaparro, we should get every recruit that we have targeted. So right now it's what, 900? So yeah, I mean, I really did need to offer. Maybe if I offer like 1 million instead of 2, I'm still up by like 400, but why risk? That's my argument. Why risk it? I think actually I lied. I think I will play the Nevada game now so that if we go on a deep playoff run next stream, there's enough time in case I do decide to leave jobs to do whatever. So Nevada's 3-5. They are the definition of average, except on the passing game, where they're the worst team in the country in yards per game and attempts. It's not good, especially when my former quarterback is their starting quarterback, but whatever. He's doing pretty good running the ball still. It's good for him. I'm happy he went to a place to start. That makes this old soul very happy. Kenneth Allison is also there, a defensive lineman who transferred from us, a JUCO player. He has 27 pressures, which is very, very good. I thought they had one of my wide receivers, but maybe I'm thinking of a previous year. Oh, they do. Lane Olson. They have my running back, Lane Olson, who in so far has not done very well. It must be said. So we'll work on our passing game and stopping their running game. All right. We beat Nevada. We advanced to 9-0. We're favored by 40 points. And this way also I get to start next stream um with the San Diego State. Oh no, Utah State's for that. Man, all right, whatever. All right. We beat Nevada every time we played them. We've put up more than 30 points each time. This game should be over by the 3rd quarter. So let's rock and roll. Nevada calls heads. Heads it is, and they will defer. I think that makes like 4 teams that deferred in this video today. It's kind of neat. And they force a 3 and out. Maybe Nevada came to play. And they punt. All right, maybe I gave them too much credit. Ooh. Nah, we converted the 3rd and 4. Rough look for them. Moises runs it in. And Edwin Cole forces and recovers the fumble. Wish it was Lane Olson that fumbled, but alas. Let's try to get him on the hitches. And we do. Jason McDonald gets him. And Nathan Locke misses his first extra point of the season. Nathan, please. Please. Don't become another Diego Boston. Diego Boston missing an extra point in the national championship game was still one of the most, in shock moments. Like, really? You missed that now? Ooh, Christian Dyson. 40-yard kickoff return. Oh, and they go for it on fourth down and they don't get it. What's the point? What's the point? I ask you. Jason McDonald, 32 yards. Jason, please. Oh no. Oh no. Remember when I said this game would be over by the third quarter? This game's over by like now, I think. And Colby Minor intercepts Jason Walters. You know, Jason, I respect that you went to be a starter for 2 years. You got paid $3 million. But is the grass greener on the other side? Camden Gibson with the touchdown off the slant. Extra point is good. And we're up 34 now. Oh boy. Why am I running the ball so much? I just realized, or why am I passing it rather? I just realized that. Like, I'm throwing it around. We're up by like 30 something. 14 to 13 is wild. It really is. All right. Three and out. Now we had another incompletion. Now and then a sack. Uh oh. I'm going to blitz again. There we go. Devin Allen gets the sack. They make the 49-yarder though. Good for them. Looks like a solid kicker. We punt. Can we get a safety? Yes, we do. Cherry Chase tackles Henry Anderson for the safety. And Phillip is sacked again. What has happened all of a sudden? But the backups are now in. Samuel Pankey's going to get some run. And Keith Fields with the touchdown pass to Johnny Huber. Oi, they burned us on the blitz there. They still don't get in the end zone. That's rough, guys. Jude Allen, 0 yards. Yep. Well, there we go. We got 11 there. Looking not too shabby. Jermaine Pugh is even getting involved in the passing game. I'll call a timeout. Chuck it, Keith. Incomplete. All right, we beat Nevada 50-6 to end the video. Not really close in any metric whatsoever. Phillip 14-18, 153 yards, 3 touchdowns. Keith Fields got a touchdown also. Calhoun over 100 yards. Thank you, sir. Pengy and Moises both did well. Johnny Huber, 2 touchdowns. Gibson and McDonald each got one. Also, very nice from the lads. Only one sack again by us, which is painful. And then Locke missed an extra point. For shame. For shame. But that is that. As we advance on to being 9-0 on the season, and we are ranked #1 overall. Did that mean Bama fell? And they did. Did that mean that was English? Bama loses to Tennessee. We are now ranked #1 in the country, as it should have been since week 4. But that's beside the point. We also have multiple injuries, as 2 O linemen and Jace McDonald all go down. Fair enough. Okay, let's do O lineman first. So Ray and Ibrahim, I'm just gonna drop all the way down since they're both 1 week injuries. I'm just gonna hunt them down the list, give some backup O linemen some more playing time. McDonald going down. That is a little painful. And it's 6 weeks. It's not great. Not great. I'm tempted then. Nah, I think I'll just give Elliot Finch and Xavier Bonner some more opportunity instead of ripping the red shirt off of McLeod. I think yeah, that's what I'll do. We'll see how that plays out, but You never know. All right, we do have a commit, 5-star JUCO D lineman Jaden Ingram. Come on down. His strength's an 85, block shed's an 84. Need I say more? I think he's an immediate replacement for guys that, we know we're going to lose up top. Chase, Medina, Haynes, all gone. Tidwell, Potter might transfer. We have a very good redshirt group coming in. So my hope is with D linemen that I won't even need to transfer anybody in, and everyone else can just slide up on the depth chart. We'll see how well that plan goes, though. Oh, Ibrahim is 3 weeks. Whoops, I thought he was one. In that case, Ibrahim, you can go here under Eric White. So yeah, Eric's going to move up to be a starting O lineman. That should be nice for him. Charlie Phillips is complaining, and he's gotten 36% snap percentage, which is a little crazy. But yeah, we have, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 15. We have 15 players that want to transfer. That's plus 19 graduating seniors. 34 players. Wow. It's more than a third of our entire roster that may be gone after next season. What a time to jump ship that would be. But all right. Thank you all for watching. That was about as good a start as we could have hoped for. We beat Georgia in a classic. We blow out Ohio State by 24 points, cruise through the Mountain West with no issues. And we have 3 games remaining in the season, including a game against, at the moment, ranked San Diego State, who finds themselves 9-0 with a game against Wyoming coming up. And so what that also means is if we lose the San Diego State, then we will miss out on 1, 2, 3 donor goals, which would be pretty bad. So here's hoping we're able to get that win. We haven't had that many problems against San Diego State in the past, so I'm not particularly worried. But thank you all for watching. The next video will be sometime later this week, where we will wrap up the 2034 season. I think right now I want to stay for one more year at Fresno State because Calhoun's going to be a senior. Panky will be a senior. We're going to have great wide receiver talent that's going to get ready to explode. We'll have one of the best linebacker groups in the country, even though we're going to lose Riley Neal, Hugo Patrick, Lucas Yates. I think we'll still look really, really good. And next year, if we don't win it all this year, I think next year will be about as good a shot as we can hope for. So that's my current plan, that after the 2035 season, we will look elsewhere. But I appreciate you all for watching. Please remember, like, subscribe, all those keywords that feed an algorithm that no one understands. I will see you all next time, where we will finish out this year. Conference championship, more than likely. And the playoffs beyond that. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.